So I want to highlight for everybody that watches my channel where my area of focus is, because I think it's becoming pretty clear given all of the commotion in the real estate and housing market going forward. And in order to do this, we're going to talk with the one and only Stephen Dow from Velocity Mortgage. How you doing, buddy?
I'm fantastic. And yourself?
I'm doing well. Do me a favor, hit that marketing thing before I get all excited and forget.
Okay. Again, although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel are that of my own. So let's get it going.
So, Stephen, it's pretty obvious today that the housing market below the median is highly competitive.
Right.
Inventory is not coming on. We're down 20
Hmm.
some percent.
Hmm.
First time home buyers, investors like myself, we're competing over less and less. So it's tough.
Right. Right.
Second, it is pretty clear that rates have gone up, which has made it harder for deals to cash flow in this area.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you watch my channel, which I know you do, Stephen, I've been talking and warning about the commercial market for a couple of years
Right.
because I've seen some of the bad behavior, bridge debt, variable rate debt, bad assumptions, all of
Hmm.
that. And that's coming home to roost. Commercial's in trouble. Regional banks are stopped lending. They're
Right.
not going to refi, all of that. Add on top of this, Fannie and Freddie are hungry for loans in commercial, but they only play in $1 million and above. So, given
Right.
all of that, Mike Zuber is focused on commercial properties where the loan amount would be below $1 million.
Right.
And there's very few players in that space. And I know Velocity Mortgage is one because you helped me
Right.
with an office and an
Yep.
apartment. So
Yep.
let's just tell people that, again, you want to fish where there's nobody else, there's no other fishermen.
Hmm. Hmm.
And if you know there are fish there, all the better. So I'm pretty
Right.
excited by what's coming.
Oh no, I mean, agreed. Because again, I think in some cases, um, some of these properties just won't debt service at whatever the current, loan might be at. And I mean, at the very least, might have to, short sales or things of that nature. So you're still going to find some deals, so opportunities to where, if the numbers make sense for whatever the potential buyer is, you could still now accommodate some sort of financing at that lower price point. So I think it's going to be much more relevant and impactful in the near future as some of these loans come to maturity and they don't have many options at that point. So I'm again seeing more on the residential side. I mean, as of late, it's on the higher end luxury even because
Okay.
the short term financing or
Yeah.
the short term rentals, Airbnbs. Um, yeah, it's been pretty strong just for the fact again.
That's actually really interesting. Let's talk about that a little bit because Anna Kelly is
Yeah.
somebody I follow. She's doing
Hmm.
amazing. I think she's got
Right.
5 oceanfront or waterfront, well, 4 oceanfront and then like 1 view property. She's
Right.
crushing it. She's like nearly
Right.
booked for the summer.
Right.
This
Right.
is not your, hey, I'm 3 miles from the beach across the railroads next to the cemetery houses, right? These are like the shit, right? These are the
Right. Right.
houses.
Right. Right.
Um, so there are properties that short-term rental still makes sense, but it's like
Right.
the spot.
Right.
And it's pretty interesting that you're seeing demand there because I think there's some sellers that are going to get got because they brought the wrong property. But maybe you
Right.
can find somebody that's just needs to get out, and maybe that
Hmm.
becomes the spot. So what's
Right.
going on?
Well, again, I've got one that we're almost ready to close. It's a property up in Florida, beachfront as well, or like one block over. But um, yeah, he's going to be utilizing it as a short-term rental. Um, but the fact that it's 900 something thousand made it much easier because I think, with Airbnb, I think it does support that purchase price. But again, I think he's also one of those self-employed, small business owners, so plays a pretty aggressive tax game. So it makes it much
Yeah,
more, you have to,
yeah,
you've gone through it before.
I've gone
The
through that every
gauntlet.
year. Every year,
Yes.
you're like, what do I want to do?
Right,
Yeah,
right. Do I really want to get just yeah? I mean, sometimes you got out the other end, and there is some sort of finality to it when you've had to go through some, but sometimes like months after months, like one other condition. Well, since you sent that in, now I need this because you said so. But again, I digress. The ease of use of the product, especially on the higher end market for higher, loan amounts like 1.5 on up, we've been very, very useful.
do you use like AirDNA or someone to kind of validate nightly rates, or how is that
Uh,
ultimately
uh, social security number and a heartbeat, and the heartbeat's
go?
optional. Just
In a
kidding, just
heartbeat.
kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I mean, to the degree of where we're looking at the metrics for us as far as risk to reward level, it's not that.
Okay.
It's the quality of the property, the likelihood of the quality of the borrower, they got good credit, and the skin of the game, right? So yeah, we're not that scared because especially for a quality property, even if we our equity position of a max of 75% LTV, if in the in the unfortunate situation we have the default, we got to take the property back. If I wanted to sell right away and put it on the
Yeah.
market on a like a hot property in a low inventory market at 85 cents of the dollar, sells in three
We're good.
days, I make 10% equity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's kind of like that's how we kind of measure. So we're pretty aggressive in that regard from 1.5 all the way up. I mean, I've had loans going up to like 4.2 million on a single family, but this was
Wow.
like a cherry borrower, 780 something FICO, owned like four, you know, $5+ million plus luxury, SFRs all in the same area. You know what I mean? So had like, I want to give too much away, but
Yeah.
in
Yeah. I
excess
got
of
it.
$10 million in stock. Yeah, it's just on. So cherry type bar. So yeah, we made the exception on a case by case basis. But yeah, Rachel says 2 million. We can kind of bend that just depending upon the situation. But 1.5 on up, we're
Yeah.
pretty useful because now as rates start to, like you said, tick up, DSCR doesn't happen.
Doesn't work. Yeah. So I think
Nope.
folks like Anna Kelly, looking to build portfolios of oceanfront,
Mm-hmm.
that's all she wants, like A+ properties. You're probably going to
Right.
have the opportunity. It's not an area I
Right.
play. It's not an area I
Right.
recommend, but I get it.
Right.
So good for folks that want to go there by all means.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking for the small commercial, the 8 unit, the 12 unit
Right.
from
Right.
a mom and pop landlord who owns it free and
Right.
clear. That,
Right.
that's just done.
They're out there. I'm seeing them.
I know
And
they
then I was
are.
going to mention in regards to Anna, hopefully she, a speedy recovery. But
Yeah.
I was going to make a comment jokingly that, don't hurt yourself, trying to step over your piles of money or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, she really
And she
hurt her
doesn't
ankle.
need
Yeah.
my loan. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
did you hurt yourself stepping over your pile of money? Darn it. Oh,
Oh
And
no,
then I
no,
found out
no.
what really happened. I said, oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
Yeah,
So, and
yeah.
how bad it was, poor thing.
Oof, yeah.
Um,
She's a great person.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, she's awesome. Long story short, yeah, it's gonna be useful maybe for not, for somebody like Anna who's got those piles of money, but for other
Right. No, I mean
people,
Anna and I talked today. We talked yesterday. We
right,
actually
right.
talked off camera because we're both shopping for this small commercial stuff. We both see
Mm-hmm,
the opportunity because again, she plays in the bigger stuff. She's like,
mm-hmm,
Michael,
mm-hmm.
Fannie and Freddie is there, but
Right,
they don't play here. So
right,
I'm like, I got it. I know where
right.
I'm focused. And you've already helped me a couple of times, so I know where I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
get these things
Yes,
going. So,
sir.
if somebody wanted to reach out and ask questions about this or the
Mm-hmm.
luxury Airbnb stuff and see if they can help, how should they reach out?
Again, just email me to sdao@velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, just please put the acronym ORAAT, just so you can make it past the firewall. Body of the email, maybe a brief description, what you're looking to do. Address would be really helpful, or at least the city and state to make sure I lend there. Your mid FICO score would really help as well. And then, of course, the best phone number to reach at, and typically 24, 48 hours, I'll be in touch.
Awesome. I appreciate you, and take care. Have a great week. Good.
Likewise.
I
You too,
guess
man.
congrats to your Lakers. That's the last time
Well,
I'm
good
saying
luck,
that.
man. We still got a couple more games to go. So, we're
Yeah.
we're in the whole one game. So we'll see. But yeah.
There you go. Take care.